Strikers, your movement off the ball isn't just for yourself, but also for your teammates. So today we're looking at just that. And we'll start off with looking at dropping in deep so that we can create space in behind. And a top striker that does that at the moment is Harry Kane. Harry Kane is a player who drops deep, pulls the defenders out of shape and allows his other players, his wingers or attacking midfielders, to run in behind the defence. And how this works is really crucial to the team's success. So here the striker drops deep looking to receive the ball, potentially drawing the centre-back marking him out of position. Now as we can see, we've got that space in behind the defence. Our wide player or our winger can then make a quick darting run into that gap, allowing him to run through on goal. However, if he doesn't pressure the ball and drops off, then that attacking player like Kane can get back on it. He then knows he's got space to go and turn and play. He can get on the ball, face the opposition, and go and then decide and dictate the game. He could pick his passes, drive forward and get shots on target from the edge of the area, but he can do what he wants and begin to create. So dropping deep is really important, but also running the channels. You've got to have variety in your movement, and someone like Jamie Vardy is excellent at this. Now the channels are the areas of the pitch sort of at the side, maybe a little bit wider than the edge of the penalty area and towards the touchline. These are dangerous areas for defenders as they don't want to be drawn out into these positions. So you run the channels in situations where the defence are starting to push higher up the pitch. The higher the defence start pushing up the pitch, the less space the players have in front of them, so the pitch or the game may become a little bit congested. If the ball can get hit into those areas in the channels, our striker can start to run down, drag the defender out of position and potentially create some opportunities. And this is something that Jamie Vardy does exceptionally well. Defenders don't want to be running back to their own goal, so Vardy managed to spin in behind into these channels and drive towards the opposition's goal or penalty area. The defence then have to drop back, as do the midfield, allowing your team to step further up the pitch. This quick run in behind in the channel may give you the opportunity to play the ball into the box for an on-rushing midfielder or winger, but if the defence get back into a better position, you can recycle the ball and have an attack in a more advanced position once again. So we've made runs into the channels, but now we're having a look at making blindside runs. And a player that is absolutely fantastic at this is Manchester United's Cavani. He gets in a position where the defender can't see him and then goes and attacks. So a blindside run is really, really vital and something that's really tricky for a defender to mark. The defender typically will be taking a look at the ball. It's hard for them to get into a position where they can see both their runner and the person delivering. If they take that little look at the ball, we can see here Cavani would try and get on their blind side, decide that they're not looking and make a quick darting run in front of them, potentially going to go and attack the ball. And I know that last season he scored many goals just like that. But these blindside runs aren't used just to benefit the player looking to score. They can also be made to make runs in the channels, creating space and opportunities for others on the team. Here our right back has the ball, and again our defender is looking at the ball instead of our attacker here in the middle of the pitch. The blindside run could make it a real opportunity for the wide player to clip that ball over the top. And it's creating opportunities with movement. So we're also going to look at another thing that benefits not only yourself as a striker, but your teammates, and that is all down to your movement. Sergio Aguero is one of these players that capitalises on this a lot, and it's all about the near post run. As that ball is in the wide area, the attacker is looking to try and make a run that gets to that near post ahead of the defensive player. When you do this and time your run correctly to stay onside, you can potentially get in front of that defender and nick the ball into the goal. All it takes is a little touch sometimes, so that near post run is really, really important. You might get a goal scoring opportunity from it, but you can also help your teammates by making these near post runs more often. Make this run and the defender is likely to come and follow you to try and block or stop that initial threat. But as you can see here, there is a gap and there is a space or hole that you have created by making that quick run to the near post. Your midfielder or your winger could then dart into that hole and then potentially get a clear shot on goal. And that has all come through your movement to that near post. So make more of these and you'll create more opportunities. And what we're looking at is making opportunities for yourself and for your teammates. And an overlapping run does exactly that. It creates chances for you and those around you. And Erling Haaland from Dortmund is really good at this. So when that ball gets played into the striker, or maybe it could be an inverted winger or any other attacker on your team, Especially in these 2v2 situations, you can actually cause an overload and create a 2-on-1. As the other player starts to drive at that defender, you as the attacker could make an overlapping run around the outside of them, away from the other defensive partner. Doing this is going to create space for your teammate and yourself. Your teammate now has options. Do they drive forwards and play or go and attack the goal? Or do they slip the ball into you? Typically, that overlapping run will draw the defender potentially out towards you, which then gives space for the attacker to go and break forwards. If they don't get drawn out to you, you then get slipped in and you've got a chance through on goal. So these overlapping runs really create opportunities for you and give you and your teammates chances to impress and make or take most advantage of these situations. And these top strikers, especially the Vardys and the Cavani's of this world, are all fantastic on their movement off the ball. Bring movement off the ball into your game, you'll create opportunities for yourself, but also for your teammates, and it's only going to help you attack and score more goals and win games. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.